well, I think now is as good a time as any to start this spelling bee. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 6th University of South Dakota Scripps Spelling Bee. Today's bee will showcase the talents of some of the brightest students across South Dakota. The top placement from today's oral competition will advance to Washington, D.C. to compete in the Scripps National Spelling Bee, May 28th through June 1st. The competition will begin in a few moments. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce you to the officials who will be presiding over this morning's competition. Officials, if you'll just rise when I call your name. First, I'm pleased to introduce you to our pronouncer today, Julaine Thorson, a retired school teacher from Willow Lake, South Dakota. Next, meet the spelling judges. Tina Haroldson, Marketing Director at USD. And there is a change to the program. John Thomas, Professor Emeritus and Vermilion Lions Club member, and Art Mabry from the Vermilion Rotary Club. Thank you. And our rules judge for today is Marie-Ann Ben from the University of South Dakota. Thank you, officials. I would also like to thank Merriam-Webster Company as a Scripps National Spelling Bee sponsor that provides a one-year access subscription to the Merriam-Webster Unabridged Online Dictionary. Today you'll enjoy a great American tradition. The format for the competition is that of a traditional spell down. That is, each of the spellers you see here will receive one word per round. Success in the school level spelling bee is usually tied to memorization of a list of several hundred words. Success at the National Bee is all about application of word concepts and patterns to correctly spell any one of the 472,000 words in the Big Dictionary. Did you know that not one National Spelling Bee champion has ever laid claim to have memorized the Big Dictionary? So, success in today's spelling bee is, in the beginning, all about what you've memorized. But in the end, we will bridge, and it will likely be all about the words that you've not memorized. When your moment arrives, just slow down, ask questions, think positively, and you'll be ready to meet the challenge. Before we begin, I'd like to spend a moment talking about the microphone. I know you've done your introductions to the judges to kind of get a feel for it, but the way you use the microphone is important, and it helps the judges hear your spelling correctly. So when it's your turn to spell, adjust the microphone so that it's at a comfortable height for you. And before you begin to spell, speak the word you are given from the judges, and that'll give them an opportunity to determine if you're pronouncing the word correctly. And remember that you may also ask for the parts of speech, language of origin, its use in a sentence, its definition, and if it has alternate pronunciation. So don't forget to ask. If you need to restart your spelling, remember that you must enunciate the letters that you've already spoken in the same order as you started your turn. When you're ready to begin spelling your word, remember to take a deep breath, enunciate each letter with care, and speak directly into the microphone. And cell phone users, we've turned off our cell phones, I hope. On behalf of the University of South Dakota, thank you for joining us to celebrate the achievements of these fantastic young spellers. Spellers, at this time, I'd like you to approach the microphone and introduce yourself to the audience and what school you represent. Speller number 1.
Hello, I am Jamie Robbins from Watertown Middle School.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mason Davis, and I'm from Huron Middle School.
Hello, I'm Cadence Johnson from South Middle School.
I'm Camille Shorn from Jolly Elementary.
I'm Christine Atta from Dakota Valley Elementary.
I'm Odysseus Warnke from Castlewood School.
Hi, I'm Sam Party. I'm an 8th grader from O'Gorman Junior High.
Hi, I'm Olivia Miller from Zion Lutheran Elementary.
Hi, I'm Nathan Gemichis from George S. Mickelson Middle School.
I'm Katie Schulte from Yankton Middle School.
I'm Carson Weiner from Sioux Falls Christian.
Hi, I'm Noah Beck from Huron Middle School.
I'm Maya Helverson from Jolly Elementary.
Hello, I'm Ryan Pressler from Brandon Valley Middle School.
Hey, I'm Brady Tryon, 6th grader at Piedmont Valley Elementary.
Super. Thank you, Brady. Well, we're now ready to begin round 1 of the University of South Dakota Scripps Spelling Bee.
Okay, contestant number 1. And your word is bagel, a hard roll shaped like a donut that is made of raised dough and cooked by simmering in water and then baked to give it a glazed brown exterior over a firm white interior. Bagel.
Bagel. B-A-G-E-L. Bagel.
Dejected, cast down in spirits, depressed, dejected.
Dejected. D-E-J-E-C-T-E-D. Dejected.
Polygon, a closed figure consisting of straight lines joined end to end. Polygon.
Polygon. P-O-L-Y-G-O-N. Polygon.
Correct. Chocolate. A small candy with a center as a fondant, nougat, or nut, and a coating of a food obtained by grinding roasted cacao beans that have been freed from germ and shell. Chocolate.
Chocolate. C-H-O-C-O-L-A-T-E. Chocolate.
Correct. This word could be confused with a similar word. So I'll say the word and then provide the word's part of speech and definition. Errand, it's a noun, a trip made in order to deliver a message or to purchase or attend to something. Errand.
Errand. E-R-R-A-N-D. Errand.
Loiter, to remain in or near a place in an idle or apparently idle manner. Hang around aimlessly or as if aimlessly. Loiter.
Loiter. L-O-I-T-E-R. Loiter.
Nostril, an external opening of the nose or of the nasal cavity of a vertebrate. Nostril.
Nostril. N-O-S-T-R-I-L. Nostril.
Correct. Cameo, a brief dramatic role performed by a well-known actor or actress and often limited to a single scene. Cameo.
Can you please repeat the word?
Cameo.
Cameo. C-A-M-I-O. Cameo.
Correct spelling is C-A-M-E-O. Spectrum, a series of images formed when a beam of light is subjected to dispersion and brought to focus so that the component waves are arranged in the order of their wavelengths. Spectrum.
Spectrum. S-P-E-C-T-R-U-M. Spectrum.
Denim, a firm, durable, twilled, usually cotton fabric woven with colored warp and white filling threads. Denim.
Denim. D-E-N-I-M. Denim.
Crimp, an interfering element, something that cramps or inhibits. Crimp.
Crimp. C-R-I-M-P. Crimp.
Tragic, of, marked by, or expressive of a disastrous, often fatal event or series of events. Tragic.
Tragic. T-R-A-G-I-C. Tragic.
This word has a homonym, so I will say the word and then provide the part of speech and definition. Confidence, a noun, a relation or state of trust between persons who share or impart secrets or intimate matters. Confidence.
Confidence. C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E. Confidence.
Haversack, a bag or case similar to a knapsack but usually worn over one shoulder. Haversack.
Haversack. H-A-V-E-R-S-A-C-K. Haversack.
Cleanser, a powdered cleaning agent for scouring the dampened surface of kitchen utensils, sinks, or flooring material. Cleanser.
Cleanser. C-L-E-A-N-S-E-R. Cleanser.
Take it out because it's okay. So starting round 2, contestant number 1 again. Mathematics, a science that deals with the relationship and symbolism of numbers and magnitudes and that includes quantitative operations and the solution of quantitative problems. Mathematics.
Mathematics. M-A-T-H-E-M-A-T-I-C-S. Mathematics.
Typhoon, a tropical cyclone occurring in the region of the Philippines or the China Sea. Typhoon.
Typhoon. T-Y-P-H-O-O-N. Typhoon.
Ambulance, A vehicle equipped for transporting wounded, injured, or sick persons or animals. Ambulance.
Ambulance. A-M-B-U-L-A-N-C-E. Ambulance.
This word has a near homonym. It is a noun. The definition is any of a very large class of naturally occurring, extremely complex combinations of amino acids that are essential constituents of all living cells and also of the diet of the animal organism. And I forgot to pronounce it first. It is protein. So I'll say it again, protein.
Protein. P-R-O-T-E-I-N. Protein.
Capricorn, the 10th sign of the zodiac. Capricorn.
Capricorn. C-A-P-R-I-C-O-R-N. Capricorn.
Threshold, the place or point of entering or beginning. Threshold.
Threshold. T-H-R-E-S-H-O-L-D. Threshold.
Contraband, goods or merchandise, the importation, exportation, or sometimes possession of, which is forbidden. Contraband.
Contraband. C-O-N-T-R-A-B-A-N-D. Contraband.
Fiend, a person excessively devoted to or captivated by a pursuit, practice, or object of study. A fanatic. Fiend.
Fiend. F-I-E-N-D. Fiend.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Loam. Topsoil, a usually fertile and humus-rich soil consisting of a mixture of clay, silt, and sand. It is a noun. Loam.
Loam. L-O-A-M. Loam.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Access. Verb. To get at, gain freedom or ability to obtain or make use of. Access.
Access. A-C-C-E-S-S. Access.
Newton. The unit of force in the meter-kilogram-second system of physical units that is of such size that under its influence a body whose mass is 1 kilogram would experience an acceleration of 1 meter per second per second. Newton.
Newton. N-E-W-T-O-N. Newton.
Curriculum. The whole body of courses offered by an educational institution or one of its branches. Curriculum.
Curriculum. C-U-R-R-I-C-U-L-U-M. Curriculum.
Forlorn. Sad and lonely, especially by reason of emptiness or abandonment. Forlorn.
Forlorn. F-O-R-L-O-R-N. Forlorn.
This word has a homonym. Spore. Noun. A mark as a footprint, a trail, a scent, a sound, or droppings left by one as a wild animal that has passed. Spore.
Spore. S-P-O-R-E. Spore.
Correct spelling, S-P-O-O-R. Okay, round 3. The first word is gradient. The inclination or the rate of regular or graded ascent or descent, as of a slope, roadway, or pipeline. Gradient.
Gradient. G-R-A-D-I-E-N-T. Gradient.
Biopsy, the removal of tissue, cells, or fluids from the living body for examine. Oh, excuse me. Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. Yeah, they're sticking together. Thank you. Okay, your word is xylophone, a percussion musical instrument consisting of a series of wooden bars graduated in length to sound the musical scale and sounded by striking with 2 small wooden hammers. Xylophone.
Xylophone. X-Y-L-O-P-H-O-N-E. Xylophone.
Panic. To be stricken with a sudden terror, often accompanied by unreasoning or frantic efforts to secure safety. Panic.
Panic. P-A-N-I-C. Panic.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Maraca. A noun. A rattle of Latin American origin that is often made from a hollow gourd containing pebbles or dried seeds and that is used as a percussion instrument, usually in pairs. Maraca.
Maraca. M-A-R-A-C-A. Maraca.
Worrisome. Causing distress or anxiety. Worrisome.
Worrisome. W-O-R-R-I-S-O-M-E. Worrisome.
Synonym. One of 2 or more words having essentially identical definitions. Synonym.
Synonym. S-Y-N-O-N-Y-M. Synonym.
Renovate. To restore to a former state as of freshness, soundness, purity, or newness of appearance. Make over. Renovate.
Renovate. R-E-N-O-V-A-T-E. Renovate.
Huckster. One that sells goods along the street or from door to door. Huckster.
Huckster. H-U-C-K-S-T-E-R. Huckster.
Angelic. resembling, characteristic of, or having the nature of a supernatural spirit, commonly depicted as being winged, and serving as God's messenger and divine intermediary, and as a special guardian of an individual or nation. Angelic.
Angelic. A-N-G-E-L-I-C. Angelic.
Chipotle, a smoked and usually dried jalapeno. Chipotle.
Chipotle. C-H-I-P-O-T-L-E. Chipotle.
Wiki wiki, quickly, fast. Wiki wiki.
Wiki wiki. W-I-K-I-W-I-K-I. Wiki wiki.
Popularity, the manifest approval or esteem of many persons or of people in general. Popularity.
Popularity. P-O-P-U-L-A-R-I-T-Y. Popularity.
Sitzmark, a depression left in the snow by a skier falling backward. Sitzmark.
Sitzmark. S-I-T-Z-M-A-R-K. Sitzmark.
First word is biblical. Of, relating to, derived from, or in accord with the Bible. Biblical.
Biblical. B-I-B-L-I-C-A-L. Biblical.
Credible. Worthy of belief. Credible.
Credible. C-R-E-D-I-B-L-E. Credible.
Biopsy. The removal of tissue, cells, or fluids from the living body for examination or study. Biopsy.
Biopsy. B-Y-O-P-S-Y. Biopsy.
Correct spelling? B-I-O-P-S-Y. Melba. Fruit served with ice cream, raspberry sauce, and whipped cream. Melba.
Melba. M-E-L-B-A. Melba.
Chronic. Marked by long duration, by frequent recurrence over a long time, and often by slowly progressing seriousness. Chronic.
Chronic. C-H-R-O-N-I-C. Chronic.
Paddock. An enclosure where racehorses are saddled and paraded before a race. Paddock.
Paddock. P-A-T-T-O-C-K. Paddock.
The correct spelling, P-A-D-D-O-C-K. Fiery, full of, charged with, or exuding emotion, spirit, or passion. Fiery.
Fiery. F-I-E-R-Y. Fiery.
Hazard, a possible source of peril, danger, duress, or difficulty. Hazard.
Hazard. H-A-Z-A-R-D. Hazard.
Leotard, a close-fitting garment for the torso that is worn for practice or performance by dancers, acrobats, and aerialists. Leotard.
Leotard. Leotard. Leotard.
Tortilla, a round, thin cake of unleavened cornmeal bread, usually eaten hot, with a topping or filling that may include ground meat, cheese, and any of various sauces. Tortilla.
Tortilla. Tortilla. Tortilla.
Antibiotic, a substance produced by a microorganism as a bacterium or a fungus, and in dilute solution having the capacity to inhibit the growth of or kill another microorganism as a disease germ. Antibiotic.
Antibiotic. Antibiotic. Antibiotic.
Cafeteria, a self-service restaurant or lunchroom. Cafeteria.
Cafeteria. Cafeteria. Cafeteria.
Prosecute, to institute legal proceedings against, especially accuse of some crime or breach of law, or pursue for redress or punishment of a crime or violation of law in due legal form before a legal tribunal. Prosecute.
Prosecute. Prosecute. Prosecute.
The first word in round 5 is democracy. A government by the people, rule of the majority. Democracy.
Democracy. Democracy. Democracy.
Hyphen, the punctuation mark used to divide or to compound words or word elements. Hyphen.
Hyphen. HYPHEN. Hyphen.
Adios, used to express farewell. Adios.
Adios. ADIOS. Adios.
Nether, lower, under. Nether.
Nether. Nether. Nether.
Petunia, any of a genus of branching and often straggling annual or perennial South American herbs that bear abundant funnel-shaped flowers and are widely cultivated as ornamentals. Petunia.
Petunia. Petunia. Petunia.
Renegade, an individual who rejects the restraints of law or convention. Renegade.
Renegade. RENEGADE. Renegade.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Aria. It's a noun, a melody, specifically an accompanied, extended, and usually elaborate melody sung by a single voice, as in an opera or oratorio. Aria.
Aria. A-R-I-A. Aria.
This word has a near homonym. Cobalt, a noun, a hard metallic silver-white metallic element used to produce magnetic alloys and hard alloys resistant to abrasion, corrosion, and high temperatures. Cobalt.
Cobalt. C-O-B-A-L-T. Cobalt.
Diagnosis. The art or act of identifying a disease from its signs and symptoms, also the decision reached. Diagnosis.
Diagnosis. D-I-A-G-N-O-S-I-S. Diagnosis.
Correct. Spellers, you have some water down by your chair, so if you feel like you need to take a sip, you can do that anytime.
Jaguar. A large, powerful cat ranging from Texas to Paraguay that is larger and stockier than the leopard or the cougar and is brownish yellow or buff with black spots. Jaguar.
Jaguar. J-A-G-U-A-R. Jaguar.
Newfangled. Excuse me. Newfangled. Recently made or of the most up-to-date style. Newfangled.
Newfangled. N-E-W-F-A-N-G-L-E-D. Newfangled.
Okay, first word in round 6 is prattle. Trifling or empty talk or chatter. Prattle.
Prattle. P-R-A-T-T-L-E. Prattle.
Spritz. A spray, a squirt. Spritz.
Spritz. S-P-R-I-T-Z. Spritz.
Carnivore. A flesh-eating animal. Carnivore.
Carnivore. C-A-R-N-I-V-O-R-E. Carnivore.
Graffiti. Inscriptions, figures, or designs scratched on rocks or walls or on artifacts made of plaster, stone, or clay. Graffiti.
Graffiti. G-R-A-F-F-I-T-I. Graffiti.
Nestle. To take up a cozy, warm, or affectionate position. Nestle.
Nestle. N-E-S-T-L-E. Nestle.
Stipple. To apply as paint by repeated small touches. Stipple.
Stipple. S-T-I-P-P-L-E. Stipple.
Geoponics. An art or science of cultivating the earth. Geoponics.
Geoponics. G-E-O-P-O-N-I-C-S. Geoponics.
Alamo. A tree of the genus Populus, especially an aspen. Alamo.
Alamo. A-L-A-M-O. Alamo.
Crochet, needlework consisting of the interlocking of looped stitches formed with a single thread and a hooked needle. Crochet.
Crochet. C-R-O-C-H-E-T. Crochet.
Correct.
Macron, a mark placed over a vowel to indicate that the vowel is long or placed over a syllable or used alone to indicate a stressed or long syllable in a foot of verse. Macron.
Macron. M-A-K-R-O-N. Macron.
Correct spelling, M-A-C-R-O-N. Strudel, a sheet of paper-thin dough rolled up with any of various fillings and baked. Strudel.
Strudel. S-T-R-U-D-E-L. Strudel.
That concludes round number 6. We'd like to thank Maya Halverson. And we'll begin round 7.
First word in round 7 is fresco, the art of painting on freshly spread moist lime plaster with pigments suspended in a water vehicle. Fresco.
May I have the language of origin?
The language of origin from a Germanic element that went into Italian before entering English.
Fresco. F-R-E-S-C-O. Fresco.
Puma, a large, powerful, tawny brown, unspotted cat formerly widespread over most of the Americas. Puma.
Puma. P-U-M-A. Puma.
Cosmos, the universe conceived as an orderly and harmonious system. Cosmos.
Cosmos. C-O-S-M-O-S. Cosmos.
Panzer, a vehicle belonging to a mechanized unit of the German army, as in World War II, organized for rapid attack. Panzer.
Panzer. P-A-N-Z-E-R. Panzer.
Anchovy, any of a number of small herring-like fishes, especially a common Mediterranean form esteemed for its rich and peculiar flavor. Anchovy.
Anchovy. A-N-C-H-O-V-Y. Anchovy.
Salami. This word could be confused with a similar word. It is a noun, a highly seasoned sausage made of pork and beef. Salami.
Salami. S-A-L-A-M-I. Salami.
Belay, to secure a person at the end of a rope. Belay.
Belay. B-E-L-A-Y. Belay.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Croquette, a small cone-shaped or rounded mass consisting usually of minced fowl, meat, or vegetable coated with egg and breadcrumbs and fried in deep fat. Croquette.
Croquette. C-R-O-Q-U-E-T-T-E. Croquette.
Folksiness, The quality of being informal, casual, or familiar, often artificially or excessively. Folksiness.
Folksiness. Folksiness. Folksiness.
This word has a homonym. Ductile. Capable of being permanently drawn out without breaking, specifically capable of being drawn out into wire or thread. It is an adjective. Ductile.
Ductile. Ductile. Ductile.
And that concludes round 7. We'll go on to round 8.
First word is flotilla. A small fleet or a fleet of small watercraft. Flotilla.
Can you use it in a sentence?
A flotilla of more than 50 boats made its way up the river in a spectacular formation.
We have the language of origin.
From an Old Norse word that went into French, then Spanish, then English.
Flotilla. F-L-O-A-T-I-L-L-A. Flotilla.
Correct spelling, F-L-O-T-I-L-L-A. Artichoke. The flower head of a tall herb that resembles a thistle and is cooked as a vegetable. Artichoke.
Artichoke. A-R-T-I-C-H-O-K-E. Artichoke.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Lithe. Adjective. Agile and easily flexed. Supple. Lithe.
Lithe. L-I-T-H-E. Lithe.
Giraffe. A large, fleet African ruminant mammal that is the tallest of living quadrupeds and has a very long, rather stiff neck and a short coat of fawn or cream-colored hair marked with large reddish or brown blotches. Giraffe.
Giraffe. G-I-R-A-F-F-E. Giraffe.
Siberian. Of, relating to, or characteristic of Siberia, the massive central and eastern portion of Russia. Siberian.
Siberian. S-I-B-E-R-I-A-N. Siberian.
Wagnerian. Belonging to, characteristic of, or suggestive of the operas of the German composer Richard Wagner. Wagnerian.
Wagnerian. W-A-G-N-E-R-I-A-N. Wagnerian.
Praline. A round patty of creamy brown sugar coating pecan meats. Praline.
Praline. P-R-A-L-I-N-E. Praline.
Automaton. A contrivance or figure that appears to imitate the motions of humans or animals. A robot. Automaton.
Automaton. A-U-T-O-M-A-T-O-N. Automaton.
Condolences. Expressions of sympathy with another in sorrow or grief. Condolences.
Condolences. C-O-N-D-O-L-E-N-C-E-S. Condolences.
Post-mortem, an examination of a body after death to determine the cause of death or the character and extent of changes produced by disease. Post-mortem.
Postmortem. Postmortem. Postmortem.
That concludes round 8. We'd like to thank Jamie Robbins for participating.
Okay, beginning the next round. The first word is Galleria, a roofed and usually glass-enclosed promenade or court as at a shopping mall. Galleria.
Could I have the language of origin, please?
This word came from Italian, which formed it from a Latin word.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Galleria.
Galleria. Galleria. Galleria.
Knavery, the practices of a petty villain, fraud, trickery. Knavery.
Knavery. Knavery. Knavery.
Pangolin, any of a family of Asian and African toothless mammals having the body covered with large overlapping scales and feeding chiefly on ants and somewhat resembling the American anteaters. Pangolin.
Pangolin. Pangolin. Pangolin.
Correct.
Quesadilla, a turnover made usually with a cheese filling. Quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Strategy, a careful plan or method, a clever scheme for gaining an end. Strategy.
Strategy. STRATEGY. Strategy.
Rouge, any of various cosmetics that give a red coloring to the cheeks or lips. Rouge.
Rouge. R-O-U-G-E. Rouge.
Sombrero, a high-crowned hat made of felt or straw with a very wide brim, usually rolled at the edges and worn especially in the Southwest and in Mexico. Sombrero.
Sombrero. S-O-M-B-R-E-R-O. Sombrero.
Apathy, absence or lack of interest or concern, listlessness, indifference. Apathy.
Could you repeat the word?
Apathy.
Apathy. A-P-A-T-H-Y. Apathy.
Chalupa, a fried corn tortilla, sometimes shaped like a boat and usually filled with a savory mixture as of meat, vegetables, or cheese. Chalupa.
Chalupa. C-H-A-L-U-P-A. Chalupa.
That concludes round 9. We're heading to round 10.
This word has a near homonym. Tamale. It's a noun. Ground meat seasoned with chili or other filling, rolled up in cornmeal dough, wrapped in corn husks, and steamed. Tamale.
Could I have the language of origin?
It is a word that went from Nahuatl to Spanish.
Tamale. T-O-M-A-L-E. Tamale.
Correct spelling, Tamale. Fatigue, weariness from work or exertion, exhaustion of strength. Fatigue.
Fatigue. Fatigue. Fatigue.
Ravioli, pasta made in little shells or cases and stuffed as with cheese, spinach, or meat. Ravioli.
Ravioli. R-A-V-I-O-L-I. Ravioli.
Allegory, the written, oral, or artistic expression by means of symbolic fictional figures and actions of truths or generalizations about human conduct or experience. Allegory.
Allegory. A-L-L-E-G-O-R-Y. Allegory.
This word could be confused with a similar word, virtuoso. It is a noun, one who excels in the technique of an art, especially a musical performer. Virtuoso.
Virtuoso. V-I-R-T-U-O-S-O. Virtuoso.
Amnesia, loss of memory, sometimes including the memory of personal identity. Amnesia.
Amnesia. A-M-N-E-S-I-A. Amnesia.
Matriarch, a woman that rules often autocratically and usually to the exclusion of male precedence over her immediate family or a larger group made up of her more remote descendants. Matriarch.
Matriarch. M-A-T-R-I-A-R-C-H. Matriarch.
That is correct.
Bolero, a Spanish dance to music in three-quarter time and characterized by sharp turns and revolutions of the body and stamping of the feet in syncopated rhythm. Bolero.
May I have the language of origin?
Spanish.
Could you repeat the word?
Bolero.
Bolero. B-E-L-E-R-O. Bolero.
Correct spelling, B-O-L-E-R-O. Acronym, a word formed from the initial letter or letters of each of the successive parts or major parts of a compound term. Acronym.
Acronym. A-C-R-O-N-Y-M. Acronym.
Correct. And that concludes round 10. We'd like to thank Speller 2 Mason Davis and Speller 12 Noah Beck.
Okay, first word in round 11 is bratwurst. Fresh pork sausage for frying or grilling. Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. B-R-A-T-W-U-R-S-T. Bratwurst.
Chronology. An arrangement as of data, events in the order of time of occurrence or appearance. Chronology.
Chronology. C-H-R-O-N-O-L-O-G-Y. Chronology.
Empanada, a pastry turnover stuffed especially with a savory meat filling. Empanada.
Empanada. E-M-P-A-N-A-D-A. Empanada.
Taj, a cap worn in Muslim countries, especially a tall cone-shaped cap worn by dervishes. Taj.
Taj. T-A-J. Taj.
This word has a near homonym. Pistachio. It's a noun. The edible green seed of a small tree of southern Europe and Asia Minor. Pistachio.
Pistachio. P-I-S-T-A-C-H-I-O. Pistachio.
Musicale. A usually private concert of music typically comprising a social entertainment. Musicale.
Musicale. M-U-S-I-C-A-L-E. Musicale.
Aristocracy. An upper class usually made up of a hereditary nobility. Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. A-R-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-C-Y. Aristocracy.
That concludes round 11. We'll continue round 12.
The first word is alcohol, a colorless, volatile, flammable liquid made principally by fermentation of carbohydrate materials that, in addition to its use in beverages and in medicines, is used chiefly as a solvent, an antifreeze, a fuel, and a raw material for many organic chemicals. Alcohol.
Alcohol. A-L-C-O-H-O-L. Alcohol.
Harpsichord, a wire-stringed keyboard musical instrument resembling in shape the grand piano and producing its tones by the plucking of its strings with quills or leather points. Harpsichord.
Harpsichord. H-A-R-P-S-I-C-H-O-R-D. Harpsichord.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Etymology. It's a noun, a branch of linguistics concerned with the history, often including the prehistory, of a linguistic form as a word or morpheme. Etymology.
Etymology. E-T-Y-M-O-L-O-G-Y. Etymology.
Participant, one that takes part in something as an enterprise or activity, usually in common with others. Participant.
Participant. P-A-R-T-I-C-I-P-A-N-T. Participant.
Apostrophe, a mark used to indicate omission of one or more letters or figures or to mark the possessive case of English nouns. Apostrophe.
Apostrophe. A-P-O-S-T-R-O-P-H-E. Apostrophe.
Melancholy, depressed in spirits, mournful, melancholy.
Melancholy. M-E-L-A-N-C-H-O-L-Y. Melancholy.
Neologism, a new word, usage, or expression. Neologism.
Neologism. N-E-O-L-O GISM, neologism.
That concludes round 12. On to 13.
The first word in round 13 is enchilada, a usually corn tortilla rolled around a savory mixture covered with chili sauce and usually baked. Enchilada.
Enchilada. ENCHILADA. Enchilada.
Misanthropy, a hatred of humankind, a distrust of human nature. Misanthropy.
Misanthropy. MISANTHROPY. Misanthropy.
Correct.
Grapple, granular snow pellets, called also soft hail. Grapple.
Grapple. GRAUPLE. Grapple.
Correct spelling, GRAUPEL. Mahal, a summer house in India. Mahal.
Mahal. MAHAL. Mahal.
Concerto, a virtuoso piece for solo instrument or voice and orchestra that usually has 3 contrasting movements. Concerto.
Concerto. CONCERTO. Concerto.
Relevant, bearing upon or properly applying to the matter at hand. Relevant.
Relevant. RELEVANT. Relevant.
Piazza, an open square in a town. Piazza.
Piazza. PIAZZA. Piazza.
That concludes round 13. We'd like to thank the band party.
The first word in this round is boudoir, a woman's dressing room, bedroom, or private sitting room. Boudoir.
Boudoir. BOUDOIR. Boudoir.
Patel, the headman of a village in India. Patel.
Patel. PATEL. Patel.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Cavalry, noun, the component of an army that maneuvers and fights on horseback. Cavalry.
Cavalry. CAVALRY. Cavalry.
Mole, a highly spiced sauce made principally of chili and chocolate, but containing numerous other ingredients and served with meat as beef or turkey. Mole.
What is the origin of the word?
This word went from Nahuatl to Mexican Spanish.
What's the word again?
Mole.
MOLAH. Mole.
The correct spelling, MOLE. The next word is sukiyaki, a dish consisting of thin slices of meat, tofu, and vegetables cooked in soy sauce and sugar. Skiyaki.
What is the origin of the word?
Japanese.
Could you repeat the word?
Skiyaki.
Skiyaki. S-U-Y-I-Y-A-K-I. Skiyaki.
Correct spelling, S-U-K-I-Y-A-K-I. Chimichanga, a tortilla wrapped around a filling as of meat and deep fried. Chimichanga.
Chimichanga. C-H-I-M-I-C-H-A-N-G-A. Chimichanga.
That concludes round 14. We'd like to thank Katie Schulte and Carson Weiner.
I don't know if anybody else is getting hungry, but there's been a lot of Mexican food items. Why don't we have all four people just come to the front row now? And so let's see, we've got number 4 will sit over here in the number 1 spot, then 5 and 9 and 14. There we go. Okay, the first word in this round is thesaurus, a book containing a store of words or of information about a particular field or set of concepts, specifically a dictionary of synonyms. Thesaurus.
Thesaurus. T-H-E-S-A-U-R-U-S. Thesaurus.
Mongrel, an animal or plant resulting from the interbreeding of 2 or more breeds or strains. Mongrel.
Mongrel. M-O-N-G-R-E-L. Mongrel.
Buccaneer, one of the pirates preying upon Spanish ships and settlements, especially in the West Indies in the 17th century. Buccaneer.
Buccaneer. B-U-C-C-A-N-E-E-R. Buccaneer.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Homogeneous, adjective, of a similar kind or nature. Homogeneous.
Homogeneous. H-O-M-O-G-E-N-E-O-U-S. Homogeneous.
On to round 16.
The first word is sashimi. Raw fish served as an appetizer and usually accompanied by a condiment. Sashimi.
Take a closer look at that pronunciation.
Okay. Sashimi. 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 Well, that's the second pronunciation. That first one is an ah. So it would be OT on the A with the double dots. The upside down E is an A sound, an sound, sashimi. Yep. The second pronunciation is sashimi.
Can I have definition?
Raw fish served as an appetizer and usually accompanied by a condiment.
Can you repeat the word?
Sashimi, sashimi.
Sashimi. S-A-S-H-I-M-I. Sashimi.
Regime, the period during which a government or administration prevails. Regime.
Regime. R-E-G-I-M-E. Regime.
Crescendo, the peak of a gradual increase, as in physical or emotional force or intensity. Crescendo.
Crescendo. C-R-E-S-C-E-N-D-O. Crescendo.
Metaphor, An implied comparison in contrast to the explicit comparison of the simile. Metaphor.
Metaphor. M-E-T-A-P-H-O-R. Metaphor.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Periphery. Surrounding space, an area lying beyond the strict limits of a thing. It is a noun. Periphery.
Periphery. P-E-R-I-P-H-E-R-Y. Periphery.
Saffron. A deep orange-colored substance consisting of the aromatic, pungent, dried stigmas of a widely cultivated crocus and used to color and flavor foods. Saffron.
Saffron. S-A-F-F-R-O-N. Saffron.
Eulogy. A composition as a set oration in commendation of someone or something, as of the character and services of a deceased person. Eulogy.
Eulogy. E-U-L-O-G-Y. Eulogy.
Mistletoe. A Eurasian hemiparasitic plant that has greenish stems, thick leathery leaves, small yellowish flowers, and waxy white glutinous berries, and that grows pendant from various, usually deciduous trees. Mistletoe.
Mistletoe. M-I-S-T-L-E-T-O-E. Mistletoe. Enough beyond that? Yeah. Okay. The next round begins with the word, we're on 240, correct? Correct. Recalcitrant. Obstinately defiant of authority or restraint, stubbornly disobedient. Recalcitrant.
Can I have the language of origin?
It is Latin.
Can you repeat the word?
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. R-E-C-A-L-C-I-T-R-A-N-T. Recalcitrant.
Trepak. A fiery Ukrainian folk dance performed by men and featuring an extension of the legs alternately from a squatting position. Trepak.
Trepak. T-R-E-P-A-K. Trepak.
Mirab. A niche or chamber in a mosque indicating the direction of Mecca and usually containing a copy of the Quran. Mirab.
Mirab. M-I-H-R-A-B. Mirab.
Rendezvous. Rendezvous. A meeting at an appointed place and time. Rendezvous.
Rendezvous. R-E-N-D-E-Z-V-O-U-S. Rendezvous.
Round 19. Sachem. The leader of a political party, specifically one of the 12 governors of the Tammany Society. Sachem.
Sachem. S-A-C-H-E-M. Sachem.
Novillero, an aspiring bullfighter who has not yet attained the rank of matador. Novillero.
Novillero. N-O-V-I-L-L-E-R-O. Novillero.
Daifa, an Arabic reception or banquet. Daifa.
Daifa. D-I-F-F-A. Daifa.
Echt, genuine, authentic. Echt.
Echt. E-C-H-T. Echt.
First word is Nathonic, characteristic of one that courts favor by a cringing or overly flattering manner. Obsequious. Nathonic.
Nathonic. G-N-A-T-H-O-N-I-C. Nathonic.
Mukhtar, the head of the local government of a town. Mukhtar.
Mukhtar. M-U-K-T-A-R. Mukhtar.
Correct spelling, M-U-K-H-T-A-R. This word has a near homonym. Topeng, a noun, a Javanese dramatic performance in which the actors wear grotesque masks and act in pantomime. Topeng.
Topeng. T-O-P-E-N-G. Topeng.
Ersatz, substitute, synthetic. Ersatz.
Ersatz. E-R-S-A-T-Z. Ersatz.
First word in round 21 is Gopak, a Ukrainian folk dance with heel beats. Gopak.
Gopak. G-O-P-A-K. Gopak.
Lakshan, noodles. Lakshan.
Lakshan. L-O-K-S-H-E-N. Lakshan.
Gymkhana, a horseback riding meet featuring games and novelty contests. Gymkhana.
Gymkhana. G-Y-M-K-H-A-N-A. Gymkhana.
First word, Kibe, a son or daughter of Japanese immigrant parents who is born in North or South America and especially in the U.S. and educated largely in Japan. Kibe.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Sumi's mother is a Kibe who remained in Tokyo after attending university there.
Kibe. K-I-B-E-I. Kibe.
Debacle, a disastrous collapse. Debacle.
Debacle. D-E-B-A-C-L-E. Debacle.
Kielbasa, an uncooked smoked sausage. Kielbasa.
Kielbasa. K-I-E-L-B-A-S-A. Kielbasa.
The first word is euphemism, A polite, tactful, or less explicit term used to avoid the direct naming of an unpleasant, painful, or frightening reality. Euphemism.
Euphemism. E-U-P-H-I-M-I-S-M. Euphemism.
Correct spelling, E-U-P-H-E-M-I-S-M. This word could be confused with a similar word, renaissance. A return of youthful vigor, freshness, zest, or productivity, a rebirth, renaissance.
Renaissance. R-E-N-A-I-S-S-A-N-C-E. Renaissance.
This word could be confused with a similar word, Meiji, of, relating to, or having the characteristics of the period of the reign of the Japanese Emperor Mutsuhito. Meiji.
Meiji. M-E-I-J-I. Meiji.
We'd like to thank Camille Shore.
Okay, round 24, the first word is Anschluss, a union, especially political or economic union, of one government or territory with another. Anschluss.
Anschluss. A-N-S-C-H-L-U-S-S. Anschluss.
Vaquero, a herdsman, a cowboy. Vaquero.
Vaquero. V-A-Q-U-E-R-O. Vaquero.
Prosciutto, dry cured spiced ham. Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. P-R-O-S-C-I-U-T-T-O. Prosciutto.
Dreidel, a four-sided die that revolves like a spinning top, is marked on each side with a different Hebrew letter and is used as a toy, especially during the Hanukkah festival. Dreidel.
Dreidel. D-R-E-I-D-E-L. Dreidel.
Okay. All right. Start with 273?
Yep.
Okay. Round 26. The first word is balalaika, a usually three-stringed instrument of Russian origin with a triangular body played by plucking or strumming. Balalaika.
Balalaika. B-A-L-A-L-A-I-K-A. Balalaika.
Cynosure, a center of attraction or interest. Cynosure.
Cynosure. C-Y-N-O-S-U-R-E. Cynosure.
Round 27, first word is braggadocio, the telling of something intended to give others a high opinion of oneself. Braggadocio.
Braggadocio. B-R-A-G-G-A-D-O-C-I-O. Braggadocio.
Menhaden, a marine fish being by far the most abundant of fishes on the Atlantic coast of the U.S., where scores of millions are annually taken and used for bait or converted into oil and fertilizer. Menhaden.
Menhaden. M-E-N-H-A-D-E-N. Menhaden.
Round 28. This word has a near homonym. Derwan, a person stationed at a door or gate to admit or assist those entering.
Durwan. It is a noun.
Durwan. D-U-R-W-A-N. Durwan.
Pogrom. An organized massacre and looting of helpless people, usually with the connivance of officials, specifically such a massacre of Jews. Pogrom.
Pogrom. P-O-G-R-O-M. Pogrom.
Round 29. Fontaccini. Puppets moved by strings or mechanical devices. Fontaccini.
Fantaccini.
Fontaccini.
Fantaccini. F-A-N-T-O-C-C-I-N-I. Fantaccini.
Okay, well, he has to, let's see, we got to take one more. Okay. The next word is Zfinger, a fortress protecting a city. Zfinger.
What is the language of origin?
German.
Zwinger. Z-W-I-N-G-E-R. Zwinger.
Okay, round 30, correct? Foggara, an underground conduit for water in desert country, as in the Sahara. Foggara.
Foggara. F-O-G-G-A-R-A. Foggara.
Pizzicato, by means of plucking by the fingers instead of bowing, used as a direction in music. Pizzicato.
Pizzicato. P-I-Z-Z-I-C-A-T-O. Pizzicato.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, beginning round 31. Do you want to go with 301? I'm wondering if we should go back where we were. Page 81. 80, 81. Let's start with 81. Okay, page 81, and it is round 31. And the first word is myocardiograph, a recording instrument for making a tracing of the action of the heart. Myocardiograph.
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 Myocardiograph. May I have the language of origin?
Made up of originally Greek parts.
May I have the are there alternate pronunciations?
No. Myocardiograph.
Myocardiograph. M-Y-O-C-A-R-D-I-O-G-R-A-P-H.
Chrysanthemum. Any plant or flower of a large genus of perennial herbs which are probably Asiatic, though known only in cultivation, and are cultivated for their showy, often double and brightly colored flower heads. Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. C-H-R-Y-S-A-N-T-H-E-M-U-M. Chrysanthemum.
Round 32. The first word is palmette, a conventional ornament of very ancient origin consisting of radiating petals that spring from a base, suggestive of a calyx and being closely related to the Egyptian lotus. Palmette.
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 Palmat. May I have the language of origin?
This word was formed in French from an originally Latin word before becoming English.
May I have the definition?
A conventional ornament of very ancient origin consisting of radiating petals that spring from a base suggestive of a calyx and being closely related to the Egyptian lotus.
Are there alternate pronunciations?
No, there are not.
Palmat. P-O-L-M-A-T, Palmat.
Correct spelling, P-A-L-M-E-T-T-E. The next word is amphivorous, eating both animal and vegetable food, amphivorous.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
No, there are not.
What is the language of origin?
Made up of a Greek-derived element and a Latin-derived element.
Can you repeat the word?
Amphivorous.
Amphivorous. A-M-P-H-I-V-O-R-O-U-S. Amphivorous.
Correct. Now we have to have a championship round.
Okay, so the next word is Theomachy, a battle or strife among the gods. Theomachy.
Are there any alternate pronunciations?
No, there are not.
What is the language of origin?
Greek.
Theomachy. T-H-E-O-M-A-C-H-Y. Theomachy.
Oh, sure. And the stand. Thank you, ma'am.
And very good job, Nathan. You were figuring those out really good.
You can all just take your seats if you'd like, not in any particular order. And while the judges finalize a few of the awards placings, we'll proceed with the awards ceremony. And I'd like to recognize the University of South Dakota student volunteers who helped us today. Marley Jones, Abby Fries, Megan Turner, Madeline Clam, Jordan Otterberg, Jamie Raperta, Peyton Rick, Logan Raleigh, Arena Lister, and Caitlin Britton. We appreciate your help. You can clap. All right, and at this time we'll recognize the top 3 scoring participants from the written and the vocab test. Oh, yeah, we can do that too. So okay, Jamie Robbins, Watertown Middle School. Mason Davis, Huron Middle School. Cadence Johnson, South Middle School. Camille Shorn, Jolly Elementary. Christine Otto, Dakota Valley Middle. Odysseus Wernke. Sam Party, O'Gorman Junior High. Olivia Miller, Zion Lutheran School. Nathan Gamichis. Katie Schulte, Yankton Middle School. Carson Weiner, Sioux Falls Christian. Noah Beck, Huron Middle School. Maya Halverson, Jolly Elementary. Ryan Pressler, Brandon Valley Middle School. And Brady Tryon, Piedmont Elementary. All right, so now we'll recognize the participants from the written spelling and vocab test. Please come forward as your name is announced. The third place winner in the written test is Christine Otto. Congratulations, Christine. The second place winner in the written test is Sam Party. Congratulations, Sam. And the first place winner in the written test goes to Ryan Pressler. Congratulations, Ryan. All right, now we will recognize the hard work and efforts of the spellers on the, oops, my mistake. Okay, so now we'll just recognize the efforts of the spellers, first, second, and third on the day. Okay, so third place in today's oral spelling bee is Camille Shorn, Jolly Elementary. Congratulations. And the second place winner in today's oral bee, Nathan Gamichis. And congratulations, Ryan Pressler of Brandon Valley Middle School. And Ryan is the 2018 University of South Dakota Scripps Spelling Bee champion. And Ryan will advance to the Scripps Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C., and receive a one-year subscription to the Merriam-Webster Unabridged Online Dictionary, one-year subscription. All right, well, we'll be proud to know that you're representing us in Washington, D.C., Ryan. Thank you for coming today, and safe travels home.